Welcome to Reno, Nevada, the biggest little city in the world. This is Powerlifting America's 2024 National Championships, Day 2. In the 83 kilo class, it is return of two-time world champion Russell Orhii. He will be met on the platform by Chris Perez and Angelo Fortino in a sensational battle. In the 93 kilo class, just 0.5 kilos separate the nominated totals for Gavin Aiden and Brandon Petrie. In the 69 kilo class, Gabby Martinez faces off with returning national champion Chelsea Savitt and Jackie Malater, whom we are expecting a scrappy performance. In the 105 kilo class, Ashton Rauska makes his Powerlifting America national debut. Do not go anywhere. The action is about to begin. Welcome to Powerlifting America 2024 Nationals. I am Ryan Six-Pack Lapidat, accompanied in the booth by none other than, fresh off of your victory, Megan Scanlon. And Meg, you know a thing or two about the pressure in terms of performing at the Nationals. We have the 69 kilo, 83 kilo, 93 kilo, and 105s in this session. The biggest of big names are involved. Russell Orhii, Brandon Petrie, Gavin Aiden, Ashton Rauska, Gabby Martinez, Chelsea Savitt. I mean, the list goes on, and you could cut the tension with a knife in the back. We're going to start off with Kevin Carey, 100 kilos even, and we will be bouncing around on this session between the 69s, 83s, 93s, and 105s. Kevin, a guest lifter, lifting in the men's division. And a quick footnote, if you haven't heard, Gavin Aiden missed weight and will be lifting as a guest lifter in the 105s. I can tell you the weight he's at. I believe it's 95 kilos. I'll get that official right now. Yeah, 95.4. Meg, if you miss weight, still got to compete. How would you feel?
That's why we love Gavin. That's why we love Gavin. He's not coming not to compete.
Yeah.
You know?
Haley Sheehan, 175, or in the 69 kilo class. And if you're in that position and you're lifting as a guest lifter, is the motivation still high to put on a show and possibly make yourself onto a national team? Even if not worlds, there's other possibilities, other avenues, possibly North Americans, etc.
I think absolutely. You put in the training for this day, and if we know Gavin, he's going to put on a show regardless of what he weighs in at. So just because he didn't make weight, I think he's going to come out here and put on a performance for us all.
And it makes the pathway for Brandon Petrie a lot easier. Instead of having to battle Gavin as well as hit the national qualifying total of 893, now he just has to focus on that national total of 893. And Chelsea Savitt in the 69 kilo class, 177.5 for her opening squat. Chelsea, a grizzled veteran of the game, been on several Team USAs, representing her nation at the World Championships, and would love to get back on that team and make her way to Lithuania.
The battle of the 69 tonight, it's going to be good.
Yeah.
This is just the start.
Yeah, Chelsea kicks it off, and when you got veterans like Chelsea, Gabby Martinez making her nationals debut with Powerlifting America, a lot of hype on her, as well as Jackie Malater. There's Gabby, 180 for her opening squat. And you were telling me, and I heard this as well from other people, but the training footage of Gabby Martinez leading into this, a lot of hype around her due to that.
Yeah, she's looking very strong in her training footage. She's also, I believe she just posted she's been competing for 10 years, so she has a lot of experience behind her coming into this meet.
Yeah, experience, I don't got to tell you, experience matters a lot when it comes to head-to-head competitions, cooling your nerves, attempt selection. If you miss a lift, bouncing back. Wow.
It's moving pretty well.
Yeah. 180, and it barely registers. The RPMs barely move to move that 180, and Jackie now 180 kilos as well for her opening squat. And the battle of the 69s is underway.
180 kilos.
I guess you're sitting in the spot to see who's going to be your teammate in Lithuania. You were teammates with Chelsea before.
Last 2 years.
Team USA is starting to form.
They're all on tonight. It's going to be a fun battle for them.
Yeah, I mean, the openers, you expect them to not be overly strenuous, but every now and then when you have people cutting weights and things can happen, and an opener looks like a third attempt or worse.
All right, let's move up to 5.
And here we go. We're in the 83 kilo class, 227.5. Again, we're bouncing around from weight class to weight class, men's and women's division. Lifting in the 83s. David. He's hit 240.
That was quick.
Yeah. Nice and smooth, and so far everybody looks to be on point.
Please raise the bar to 540 pounds.
Staying in the 83 kilo class, Charles Williams will open up with 245 kilos.
Bar is loaded for Charles Williams, also in the 83 kilo category.
For some of these lifters like Charles Williams, making it onto the prime time of these nationals and finding himself in the mix of the return of Russell Orhe. I mean, if you want eyeballs on your nationals performance, lift in the same session as Russell Orhe. You're going to get some attention. I'm wondering how that pressure apparently doesn't affect him. That opener moved well, but what do you think if you are one of these lifters trying to make headway, relatively new to this level anyways, and you're alongside guys like Russell Orhe? Do you think that makes you rise the occasion, adds a little extra pressure?
I think it's a wonderful thing. I think it makes lifters step up a bit. You know, they want to lift their best not only at nationals, but when you're in the presence of some great lifters alongside you, it's very motivating.
John Tong, 245. We're staying in the 83s. Well, I guess you got no other choice but to embrace it, because when you're in that back room and you're looking around, the amount of world champions and world medalists, it's overwhelming.
It's a great energy back there.
Another good opener.
He snaps it right. The lift is good. Please raise the bar to 551.
3 white lights, and we will stay in the 83s, a well-populated weight class. Connor Hem coming out kind of reminiscent of John Hack 2016 Worlds.
I see that. I see that. Maybe barred his outfit, you know?
Yeah, I mean, it almost looks like the old Team USA, and he's got the flag. 250 kilos for his opening squat. Makes easy work of that.
Oh, and he flows that way. The lift is good. Raise the bar to 584. Our lifter is Christopher Perez.
And Chris Perez, 265. Now, Chris is right in the mix for a podium. The big threes and the 83s is going to be obviously Russell Orhe, Angelo Fortino, who's behind Chris, and Chris himself. Marcellus handling Chris.
There's just half a kilo between Chris and Angelo.
It's an extremely tight battle, and obviously Angelo has that big deadlift. He'll have the final say between him and Chris, but Chris can make him load up and overload more than he's capable with that final deadlift. Wow, 265 offers little resistance.
And the lift is good. Please raise the bar to 6.
And he looks unfazed.
For Angelo Fortino.
Angelo taking 285.5.
282.5 kilos.
Handled by Joe Stanek.
Bar is loaded.
I know it's just openers, but oftentimes when you got a big battle, it's easy to overanalyze openers. We all lean in to get a bit of a take on it. 3 white lights.
3 white lights. Please raise the bar to 600.
And 310 kilos for 2-time world champion Russell Orhe. The anticipation on this man's return to the IPF. He has dominated this weight class, and he returns to action today.
Do we have any Russell Orhe fans with us here today?
World record is 320.5 kilos, if you're wondering. Russell has squatted as heavy as 340 kilos. Now he gets big, and he hasn't lifted it in a year. Let's see how the weight cut impacts his strength levels.
Well,
okay, well.
based on that, not much.
well.
And the lift is good, 2-1.
2-1, and that's all he needs.
We are ready for
I got a feeling with how muscular Russ is, it's going to be difficult for the front judge to see over those quads.
Yeah, he's got some massive quads. It's going to be hard to see depth from the front.
Yeah.
Because of that. But you do only need 2 whites.
You only need 2, and Russ will take it as a compliment. Kevin Carey, 107.5 for his second squat. Guest lifter.
All right, bar is loaded for Kevin Carey.
And we're already on the second round.
And the lift is good. Please raise the bar to 396 pounds.
And 180 kilos now being loaded for Haley Sheehan.
He is in the 69 kilo class. Bar is loaded for Haley Sheehan.
And I think we're moving relatively quickly here, Meg.
I think this is a PR squat for Haley.
Oh, on the second attempt
On a
already. It's not a bad thing to be moving quickly. The World Championships at times can move very quick. And it'll prep these lifters, obviously, for a lot of them. They're vying for that national team spot.
And the lift is good, 2-1.
2-1.
Please raise the bar to 414 pounds. Our lifter is Chelsea Savage. Folks, this is a national
Chelsea Savage, 188 kilos. And you could tell by the increment there, this is a national record.
Also a PR squat for Chelsea.
And it's one thing to hit PRs in your second attempt when you're still making fast gains, relatively new to the sport. When you're a veteran like Chelsea, to be going for PRs in your second attempt, prep must have gone very well.
It must have.
Anybody care to see Chelsea Savage knock off?
Another note, if you're a veteran like Chelsea, you're probably not making foolish attempt selections. She's been around the block, so I trust this should still move like a second attempt. What do you think, Meg?
It was a little bit of work, but she moved it, and I think they know what's on the line, these three ladies. They're going to throw all the kilos they can on the bar today.
Now, how much of a jump do you make from there, though?
I would make a smaller jump.
3.5, 4-ish?
If that's available, depending on what the next two attempts are, then yes. But if not, perhaps 2.5, 5.
Gabby Martinez, 191.5 into Megan's point here. That record, we'll see where it ends up. It'll be a short-lived American record. Gabby Martinez jumping 11.5 kilos from her opener. Did not take a whole heck of a lot of work to do 180. And the battle of the 69s is already lived up, Meg.
Yeah, and we're just on second squats.
Yeah. Whoa! Now
that move. Well,
everybody lifts a little differently, but we saw back-to-back American records, and it's got to be said, Gabby's looked a little more convincing with more room to grow. No?
Absolutely, and Gabby in the past has squatted 197.5, so she has a bit of experience with a higher range as well. So I'll be interested to see what she makes for her next jump.
Jackie Malater now, back-to-back American record attempts, 192.
This will also be a PR squat for Jackie.
Wow.
These ladies are bringing it.
Yeah. I mean, they came into this battle, obviously, with the prep of their lives, and a Team USA spot hangs in the balance, as well as an American title. Pretty well too.
It did. It did.
This is like splitting hairs here. Who you're going to pick as the favorite at this point? It's tough.
It is tough. It is tough. It looks like Gabby did go for a 10-kilo jump from her second to her third, or 9 kilos.
Wow. I mean, makes sense. Where does Chelsea? Chelsea's 193. You know what?
Yeah, they're making smart jumps.
They all look appropriate. Yeah. Yeah, we would co-sign that in the feed. 245 for his second attempt. Like we're in the second round of squats, and the action has already lived up to the hype. Even the openers, when you see a guy like Russ taking 310 for a ride. And after this flight, with no break, we will move directly into the 105s, where we have Ashton Rauska, Michael Davis, Debo, as well as Gavin as a guest lifter. Lots of heavyweights going to get shifted in the second flight. Charles Williams, 257.5 for his second attempt. This is already a personal best for Charles as well. Wow, okay.
Moved very well.
Look,
There's
earlier,
more in that tank for
yeah.
sure.
Well, earlier we were discussing, if you're a guy like Charles, in the midst of all these world-class lifters, do you get intimidated or do you rise to the occasion? And Charles, obviously, hitting PRs in his second attempt, rising to the occasion. And there's L.S. McLean, two-time open world champion, handling John Tong, 257.5, stays on the bar for him. And we stay in the 83 kilo class. On the board, and so far, have we had a missed lift?
I do not believe so.
Yeah, we've been lucky.
This is what you want to see as a spectator.
That's right.
Selfishly, this is exactly what you want to see.
Yeah.
Everyone making lifts, great competition.
Connor Heim, 262.5. And in the third round, you got to think when the battle is this close, that's when people start getting pushed past the limit. Or will they? Does everybody hit? And it's to be continued in bench press.
Yeah. Yep. We will see.
Connor.
This is the start of the fun.
Getting caught on depth here. You know what? His whole base kind of lowered. Nice angle there to catch that. Chris Perez, 280 kilos. Nice 15 kilo jump for Chris.
And that bar is loaded.
Wow, that's fast.
That was beautiful.
Picture perfect, never gets bullied out of position. Chris adjusts his hair and strolls off the platform. Calm, cool, collected.
He's ready for more weight.
Yeah,
He's ready for that third.
No celebrations needed. Chris is squatted 290 and 295 for Angelo. These gentlemen so close in this battle. Angelo obviously has that deadlift advantage, but Chris, with the weight shifting like that for the squats, an opportunity to force Angelo's hand to have to load up more than he can handle on the deadlifts. But on the right day, Angelo's upper bounds with his deadlift seems almost limitless, but he's got to get some squats in. And he's slow and steady. He's not as fast as Chris, but he's steady all the way through.
It looked very similar to his first. It's just almost his tempo, you know? Very different styles, Chris and Angelo.
325 for Russell Orhe. And him pacing back and forth like a tiger about to, Joey Flex, about to open up the cage.
He's waited a long time to come back. This is above his current 83 world record, which is 320.5.
He's really in a league of his own. And you see a little bit more intensity for this one. Smacks the weights around a little bit. What do you think, Meg?
It was a little bit of work. He's got more in the tank. It was a little bit of work, but it looked good.
He's given the so-so with the hand gesture. I think 5 kilos, 7.5.
Yeah, I think there's definitely 5. There's definitely 5 in there. I'll be interested to see what he does. I mean, his PR squat is 340, but I think that might have been at a higher weight class.
Yeah.
So we'll see what he throws in.
I mean, look, this is his title to lose. Why gamble and start missing lifts?
100%. He just needs to build his total. He is competing against Delaney's total at Sheffield
That's right.
for the world's team spot.
Unless Angelo or Chris can best 842.5, he's really pacing to beat 842.5. If it's there on the day, blow it up. But if not, do not gamble away the national team spot. 115 for Kevin Carey.
He goes 3 for 3.
3 for 3 for Kevin.
Let's take it up to 407.
Haley Sheehan, 185 in the 69 kilo class.
She just did a 396.
Her second squat was already a PR, so now she's just looking to add another 5 kilos onto her PR squat.
This has already proved to be interesting. You know, you see a second attempt and you can't help but analyze it, overanalyze. What was it? It was work. Was it too much work? Or is he just a little nervous not having, even Russell, not having lifted in a year? He has to have a little bit of nerves once it starts getting a little bit heavier.
He's definitely used to competition, though, and can step up. And thirds are when you do that.
Right. Good point. Let's see what they load and what they end up doing. 185. Good scrap. Judges do not agree. They didn't like the depth.
2-1.
Let's see from the side view. Yeah, looked a little higher from the side.
Yeah, this is Haley's first nationals. So pretty cool to get a PR squat at your first nationals.
Chelsea Savitt. There's Big Bill McCarthy handling her today.
Bar is loaded for Chelsea Savitt.
These thirds are going to be big for these 3 ladies.
Look, we thought 188, which was the national record, was work for Chelsea, but there's gears that lifters can find when they need it. Can she find that other gear now? Because if ever she needs it, it's today. Whoa! And she
It's there!
finds that gear, Meg!
She sure does.
A war cry at the top, and Chelsea Savitt rising to the occasion. Wow! That was a 50-50 if she's going to hit that one.
That was awesome. I mean, that's when you can see her experience come through. She did not panic. She stayed calm and just pushed through the whole time.
Even Gabby Martinez, who she's lifting against, made eyes with her and smiled like recognition, respect.
Hey, you know, as a lifter.
Jackie Malater, 196.5. Will she rise to the occasion? Wow, this battle is good in this session. You couldn't really enjoy it the same as, yesterday when you were in the midst of it, but yours was just as fun to watch.
Everybody to clap their hands and bring it to see.
Here she comes.
These are 3 huge squats in a row that we're seeing for this weight class.
Yep. History. Every single time these ladies hit the platform now. We're being spoiled. Depth.
Oh, yeah.
My goodness.
Wow. They are not messing around, Ryan. They are here to compete for that spot tonight.
And she lets out the emotions, and she deserves to. These ladies are pushing each other to historical performance in the squat event. And up next, Gabby Martinez taking us to the 200 kilo threshold, 200.5 to be exact. Can she find that other gear?
442 pounds.
There is a lot of hype on this Powerlifting America Nationals. I think everybody watching's already, could say it lived up. And we're only at the squat event.
Does anybody here think Gabby Martinez can break
Here she
this
comes.
£442. Somebody clap their hands right now for Gabby Martinez.
And that, Beck,
All right, the night is young. The night is young.
the night is adolescently young. Gabby Martinez makes 200.5 easy work. If the other ladies found another gear and showed heart underneath that and some perseverance underneath that weight, Gabby Martinez makes easy work of her American record. And 260, the feed in the 83s. And a reminder, after the 83s are done squatting, we'll move directly with no break into the 93s and the 105s.
This looks like a pretty big PR on the bar. It looks like Defeat's previous PR was 240.
Oh, nice catch.
Once again, fantastic.
That was the first miss on strength that we saw. And this is to be expected.
Shaking it off well.
He shook it off well. That's what you got to do. But this is to be expected now. People are starting to push each other right to the edge. I'm surprised the ladies, national record after national record after national record, none of them missed.
No.
262.5, Charles Williams, 83 kilo class. Charles giving the double fist pump and bend over, reminiscent of Delaney Wallace. Ironically, set the benchmark to which these gentlemen have to hit and surpass if they want to make it on Team USA. Of course, Russell Orhe might have plans to go well beyond that if possible. Oh, nice.
Big push.
See what the judges say. 2-1, it's good.
He got every kilo he had today out of that squat.
Yeah. No, if I know powerlifters, he'll go back saying I had 5 more in me, but that was the limit. Connor, 267.5, missed 262.5, coming back 5 more kilos. Now remind me.
I think it was depth.
Okay, thank you. So it wasn't strength.
No.
So it makes sense, move up 5.
Yeah, and I think he was a little off balance maybe, so we'll see if you can correct it this time around.
If he was amongst the big 3, or he, Fortino, Perez, things change.
Yeah, you might play it safe.
Yeah, it depends on what the others are doing, etc. You're taking a lot more into account. Right now, he just wants to go as big as he can, PR as much as he can. Oh, on his heels, nice catch by those spotters. If we have a replay here, you will see he gets up on his heels and almost dumps it backwards. And an excellent catch here, up on his toes. Whoa! And they catch it in time before disaster strikes, because I tell you what, that's going to hit the ground pretty fast.
Yeah, that was a great catch.
John Tong, 267.5, and thank you, SBD, for that replay. 83 kilo class, 10 kilo jump, that's sizable.
It's a good fight.
It's a good fight, but I tell you what, these gentlemen in the 83s push themselves to the limit and starting to miss. I'm wondering, is this going to happen with the big 3 at the end? We're getting mighty close, and here's the first of the big 3, Chris Perez, 295. And when you're in a battle like Chris finds himself against Angelo, you can't miss.
You cannot. All of these kilos matter.
Now, obviously, Chris, handled by Marcellus, he's been in a lot of battles handling himself. They have a game plan. 280 moved well for Chris. I think 15 kilos shouldn't break him. 15 kilos from opener to mid, and from the second attempt to the third.
Yeah, his second attempt was very fast. This is work, but he does it.
And that was probably right on the money
third.
for the third attempt. Perfect attempt selection. Any more would be greedy, and he might not have got it.
No, that was perfect attempt selection by him and his coach.
5 kilo PR as well. And Angelo, 302.5.
This will match his PR.
Matching his PR. Thank you, Meg. So we're close to the limit. Where's the limit on the day? You never know. Every day's anew when you get under that bar. 7.5 kilo jump. We thought 295 moved well.
Yeah, it did. It moved very well, very similar to his first, I thought.
7.5 kilos should be there. And this is a tight battle. Depth looks good.
He's going to push through that.
Yeah, slow and steady.
Oh, man.
He had an expression on his face like, wow, I wasn't sure about that one myself.
Oh, that's great.
And he grabs his lower back. I think he's playing around, though. He's fine. And the battle continues in the 83s. Now, Russell Orhe, 330 kilos, and I think we were both in agreement 5 kilos range is probably the best way to go.
Absolutely. He has a goal today. He is here for a specific reason.
Right.
He wants to reclaim that spot on Team USA. And he's competed a lot. He knows what's in his tank today. He has that experience.
Look at the smile on his face. Almost like there's no doubt. And he can scrap if he needs to. We've seen it several times, even at the world level. I remember 2019 against Brett Gibbs when he won and defeated the great Brett Gibbs. He had an amazing fight on his third squat. He's well beyond that weight now, though. Wow, that might have moved a little better than 325.
I was going to say the same thing.
Let's see if Joey Flex goes to the jury. I mean, that was so fast and easy.
It is really hard to tell his depth because his quads are so large.
Yeah.
Especially from this angle.
Yeah, it's working against him a little bit. Arthur Hammer. We're in a 93 kilo class, and that is a hell of a last name for a powerlifter. Or any athlete. Russell staying around as Joey has that conversation with the jury. We'll let you know if it gets overturned or not, but we are moving directly into the 93s. Opening squats. Again, this is the 93s and the 105s. Russell's third squat thus far not overturned. And Joey's still at that table having the conversation. They have replays to view. Hammer. Oh, depth, no doubt.
It's a very deep squat.
Bare knee as well. 3 whites. Richardson in the 105s, 240.
Folks, I am told Russell Orhe's last squat at 727 was reviewed by the jury.
And Russell Orhe's squat is now been overturned and is good. 330, 727 pounds. Russell, 3 for 3 in squats, and that is, if any of the other 83s or Delaney Wallace, who I am sure is watching this, had hope, it's going to be very difficult for Russ to miss the mark now if he goes 3 for 3 in squats. Richardson, 3 whites. Now again, we don't want to get ahead of ourselves. And I get a stitch dramatic and hyperbolic at times, Meg.
Hey, makes it interesting, right? We got to keep it interesting over here.
Alex, 262.5. Of course, the 105's home to Ashton Rauska, and for the day, Gavin Aiden. We also have Michael Davis, who's been to World Championships, and Dwarley Edward, a.k.a. Debo, making his PA Nats debut. Depth for sure, makes easy work at 262.5.
Easy over for Alex. Somebody needs to tell him we do the warm-ups in the back. We don't do warm-ups out here, right?
Peyton Johnson, 285. We're going to move into the 93s.
His opening weight, 628. Bar is loaded. If you are with Peyton Johnson, get behind him, clap your hands, and make some noise for Peyton.
And although Gavin Aiden is no longer competing in the 93s, so the battle between Gavin and Brandon Petrie is no longer going to be a head-to-head. Brendan still needs to beat Jonathan Keiko's 893 he posted up in Sheffield. Keep that in mind. Just like Delaney Wallace is watching this, I'm sure Jonathan Keiko is watching this.
Yes, and Brandon Petrie's best total is 895 from 2021. And in his qualifier for this meet, he did hit 887.5, so it's definitely going to be close.
Yeah. The 895, he weighed in 93 point and a bit of change. Not a lot of change, but a bit of change. As a 90-kilo athlete, he was, like you said, just below 890. So he's, where is he on the day? And again, every day is anew. What you did in the past, we've seen. It's all the proof is in the pudding. 285 for Carlos in the 105s, and he is a massive 105. Probably cut a lot of weight. There's a lot of hype on Brandon. He's got a lot of potential. But he's got his work cut out for him because Jonathan Keiko is the most decorated 93-kilo lifter we've ever seen. Multiple-time world champion. So many battles he's won, and that's Jonathan Keiko's total Brandon has to beat. So if Brandon can do that on the day, the hype will only build on this young man. 290 for his opening squat. And Brandon, if you've met him, as nice a guy as you're going to meet. Kind of getting that vibe as he gets the fist bumps with...
It's already having fun. It's just the opening squat.
Already having fun.
Right?
Now things will get a little more serious when the weight gets heavier, I'm sure. Some lifters, they like to keep it light and it helps them perform. Other lifters like to come out like they're about to step into the ring. He looks completely unbothered. Waiting for that squat come in. Wow,
that was a great squat.
Yeah.
Great depth, great speed.
He is on point today.
Please raise the bar to 661.
300 kilos even for Alec. We're in the 93-kilo class. Jesus Oliveras in the background talking to Joey Flex. Jesus, the strongest powerlifter who ever lived. In the back room assisting some of the lifters. Let me know I mispronounced Juan's name yesterday.
Wait, what?
Yeah. He said I called him Joanne. I don't remember that, but I'll take the notes, sir, and I'll take the egg off my face. Alec, 300 kilos even. Easy.
Very good opener. Very good opener.
Easy opener for Alec. Raise the bar.
Easy work, 300 kilos. And look at some of these lifters. With the amount of hype around some of the bigger names, get lost in the shuffle, but when you see a guy like Alec shift 300 kilos that easily.
Yeah, and it looks like he's only been competing since 2022, so he's pretty new to this sport.
Imagine where he might end up. Michael Davis, 302.5. Michael Davis, been to the World Championships several times, even as a junior back in 2018. battling Ashton Rauska, and he's done that before. These gentlemen have a history. Michael Davis has gotten a win before. It's going to be difficult, but it's certainly a possibility today. Makes easy work of 302.5, and if you're looking at these openers, on the openers alone, Michael Davis has a bigger forecasted total than Ashton. I don't want to read too much into that because a lot can happen after your opener.
Yeah, on forecasted totals, he is 5 kilos ahead of Ashton, so we'll see how that unfolds as this night goes on.
And if you look at how his opener looked right there, he treated it like an opener should. It's easy to have a big forecasted total off your openers if you're already way too heavy with those openers. Wasn't the case there with Michael.
No, that was a great opener.
This is going to be a battle. If Ashton and his team are watching, he knows he's in the midst of a scrap. And Gavin Aiden, 305. He's a 93, lifting as a guest lifter. Missed weight by 2.4 kilos. So he's a 95, a 105, but a rather small 105. Makes easy work of 305.
Good looking squat for Gavin.
Same weight, 6, 7.
Now Gavin's opportunity to head to the World Championships as a 93 is off the table. However, this is the National Championships, and he's competing, and he does have other opportunities that might pop up. So the show must go on. Debo, 305 as well for him. We're in the 105s. Making his first appearance in Powerlifting American Nationals. .305 on the board, and talk about tension Debo gets when he braces with that bar.
He's raised the bar to 716.
Ashton Rauska, 325.
Ruska, 716 pounds, opening attempt.
Also handled by Marcellus. Marcellus handling and coaching both him and Brandon. And that's a heck of a 1-2 punch.
716.
Wow, Ashton is hyped. Now, the scouting reports on Ashton, Meg, he was coming in less than 100%, but if Michael Davis is 100% plus, which it looks like he might be, and Debo, who looks strong as well, Ashton's going to have to find that inner resolve because he might be in an unexpected battle. The heavy favorite might be a slight favorite now.
Looks pretty good to me.
Yeah, 325. And I tell you what, a little adrenaline, a little bit of pressure. Champions like Ashton rise to the occasion. Let's see how this battle unfolds. So Arthur Hammer, 227.5. We're in the 93 kilo class.
Underway. Bar is loaded for Arthur.
Sizable 17.5 kilo jump for Mr. Hammer.
Looks like he just did his first meet last October.
Oh my gosh.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah,
Coming out to nationals after your last meet.
Listen, my second competition was a local meet off stream, and I don't even remember it. I don't think anybody does. Arthur, in the midst of battles with Russell Orhi, Ashton, Brandon, Gavin.
And he's cool, calm, and collected like he's been here before.
Yeah. I mean, you'll feel nerves, but there's so many eyeballs on those big names, it can somewhat alleviate attention. Richardson, 255, we're in the 105s. 15-kilo jump for him. What do you think, Meg?
Looks like a good squat to me.
15-kilo jump. Would you be comfortable with another 15? Or?
Yeah, I go 10 to 15 on that. He looks very confident in it.
Alex Olarte with 275. 12.5-kilo jump for him. We're in the 105s.
This is his first nationals.
Oh, wow.
Great depth.
Yeah, that was smooth, too.
No question about that.
Handled a 12.5-kilo jump with ease.
Please raise the bar 650.
Peyton Johnson, 295. 10-kilo jump. And we will be in the 93s for this one.
So he's another one. It looks like he's just been competing for a couple years, but he's already gone to Junior World, so he has some good experience under his belt.
Yeah, that experience is going to pay dividends on a day like today. 295 is still a big squat for a 93. It was work. 10-kilo jump. I'm expecting somewhere in the neighborhood of 5 this time, do you think?
Yeah, probably 5.
302.5 for Carlos, and we are in the 105s.
Santo Liquido. Bar is loaded for Carlos.
So it looks like Carlos was our Masters 1 national champion last year. And world champion.
National champions and world champions everywhere. Even in the Masters, 302.5 for a Master. Some people are just built different. Carlos, despite being a Master, strong enough to compete in prime time.
Great
in the
squat.
Open, and I'll agree with that. 302.5 was smooth.
Very appropriate second squat.
683 pounds for Brandon Petrie.
Brandon Petrie, 310.
It's a big jump right there. 20-kilo jump.
Yeah, you know what? His best is 317.5, so he's still under his best, but you're right. 20 kilos changes everything, doesn't it?
It does. His first flu.
But it's, the difference is going to be substantial.
Yes.
This is going to tell a lot. He's still giving fist bumps, still keeping it loose, but just, you can tell by the expression on his face, he's taking this a whole lot more serious, and he's going to need to. Strong.
More work than the first.
It was definitely more work. He's hit 317.5.
Yep.
Does he load that? Is he 7.5 kilos more?
I mean, I think I would expect him to load. He'll probably go another 7.5. We'll see. We'll find out.
It's so difficult because he's going to have to be 317.5 as his top end. He needs his top end to qualify.
And
yeah, it's a very
rise to the
difficult.
occasion, right?
You're gonna have to.
This is the opportunity. You got to rise to the opportunity.
We saw the ladies have tough seconds, and they found another gear. He's gonna have to do the same. Michael Davis, 317.5.
He did go 5, so he went 3:15 for that third.
Not mad at that decision. Oh, whoa!
Wow.
317.5 flew for Michael Davis.
It sure did.
And Michael Davis's best is 330. Wouldn't be surprised if we see somewhere in that neighborhood get loaded. Alec, 320 in the 93s.
Bar is loaded for Alec.
And this is a monster squat as well.
661 on his opener.
Already Alec in the 700s for his squat. This will match his previous personal best.
Moved very well. He's another one. It looks like he's pretty new to competing. Sometimes you don't know what that top end is going to be when you have these lifters that are newer to the sport.
Gains come quick, and 320 was his previous personal best, and that moved like a second attempt should. He's got a lot more in the tank. 325 for Debo in the 105 kilo class.
672.
And
Bar is loaded.
you know, 305 for Debo. He gets so much tension when he braces and locks in that you saw him almost vibrate and shake, and it might deceive you, like, was that a lot of work? But some people, that's just how much tension they get. So this will give us more of a tell, 20 kilos up again.
Right. His PR currently is 335.
You know what? He shook maybe a little less. Let's see how the judges like it. I was thrown out there. The judges look like it might be a stitch high.
Just tiny high.
Yeah, it was high from that side view as well. And that's where the first one actually looked like a little more work, and the second one was less work because it was a stitch higher.
Right.
But he has another attempt to go, and he can still reload that weight. And Gavin ate in 330 kilos. Famously hit 337 at Sheffield. Gavin looks, he's telling, I need the part of the song to play for me to come out. Thank you. Everyone can wait. He's down to 30 seconds.
He's not worried.
Okay, I think they're waiting. Did they say bar is loaded already, or?
I mean, the clock is running.
I'm not sure.
But it looks like something might be happening.
Yeah, there's a discussion going on. I think there's something getting worked out. Because Gavin is a showman, but he's not that much of a showman.
He's not going to give up an attempt.
Yeah. He's like, I'm not going to leave. I'm going to take my camera time, thank you, but I'm not going to take the attempt. That would be a little far.
I think there's some question to what the actual record was. He has timed out. We'll see where we go from here.
So he's timed out, and there's a conversation happening, though. So he did time out. I am not sure.
7:27.
But he's coming out.
The lifter is Gavin Eden.
All right, we heard that we timed out, but now it's been corrected. He's actually coming out. I never actually heard the bar is loaded, but here we are. 330 kilos. And whatever the conversation was and the confusion was, hopefully it hasn't gotten Gavin's head. Because although Gavin has squatted 337, this is still very much top end weight for Gavin. And keep in mind, he did compete 4 weeks earlier at Sheffield.
He moved it well. Moved it well.
3 white lights.
He wasn't thrown off at all. He's a veteran.
Gavin Needon, hitting 300 kilos, having a conversation. And what do you think there? Based off of what you saw, what is Gavin's next squat?
I mean, I think that he's got a PR in him today.
340?
Throw it on. Let's go.
Well, we know what Meg would do. And you're right. I mean, he's a guest lifter. He might as well go as heavy as he can. He's not risking a national team spot. 363 for Ashton Rauska. This is a national record. Ashton, all-time best squat, 380.5. But he is a lot more intense for this one, Meg.
He's fired up right now.
This will give us a good indication if he's coming in 100% or not. We heard some rumblings, we heard some rumors he's not 100%. Today he might need to be.
Good squat.
Solid squat and second attempt. Ashton, a little slow getting out from that bar though.
Yes, I agree with you. I don't necessarily think it's a PR squat day for him, but there's still more in that tank he can get out for his total today.
Ashton showing heart, showing some courage under fire, and he is under fire today because Michael Davis firing on all cylinders. Hammer, 240 for his third and final as we enter the third and final squats for the 93s and 105s. And what a squat session we've already had.
Please keep it coming.
Depth looks good. Ooh,
Wow. Oh, I thought he was going to get it.
He had some fight in him. I agree. There was a moment where it's over. And he battled through that sticking point, and a new sticking point found him.
Yeah.
But he showed some heart. Richardson, 265, we're in the 105s.
Bar is loaded. He just made a 562.
10 kilo jump for Richardson.
Bar is loaded.
I believe his second moved really well, if I'm remembering correctly.
He's hit 277.5, so we're below that by a substantial amount. Not sure if he's facing some injury, had a rough cut. You never know the background story of some of these lifters. But I do like that him and his team, it's not about what you did previously. You got to get the attempts in and get all the kilos you had on that day.
Absolutely, and that's even a skill as a lifter and a coach to figure out what he got on that day. 265 was a good third attempt for him.
And he's happy and he celebrates. He knows it's not just about PRs. It's about going 3 for 3 at a national level. Alex Alarte with 285, 10 kilo jump. We're in the 105s.
Bar is loaded with 628.
A bundle of energy, Alex. 3 for 3 in the squat event.
Peyton Johnson will be our next lifter.
Pacing well. Peyton Johnson, 302.5. Peyton hit 295 in his second attempt.
Looks like this would be a nice a little PR for him on the day.
93 kilo class, yeah.
Anybody came here with Peyton? Right now, you're in the class.
If he should hit it.
Get behind Peyton.
Big brace. Oh, nice catch by the spotters and loaders.
Not quite there today, but
Yeah, 295 was reasonable enough to load that.
absolutely, absolutely.
He came close. And Carlos, 310 kilos. 7.5 kilo jump from his second. We're in the 105s. Carlos, the 105 kilo world champion. And this is a big squat for a Masters lifter. Representing USA at the Masters World Championships. And winning gold. Competing now in the Open because he's strong enough to. Likely to end up back on the American team in the Masters division. Oh, wow, he
Great
had more
squat
there.
for Carlos. Yeah, that was a nice and smooth third attempt for him.
Your lift is good. 3 white lights. Please raise the bar to 6.
3 white lights for Carlos.
For Brandon Petrie.
Brandon Petrie, 315 kilos.
He just finished.
This is an important squat for him. This is an important lift for him to build that total.
Yeah, I agree. Look at, he's hit 317.5. We know he has to beat 893. This is near the top end for Brendan. If he misses this, all is not lost, but it becomes increasingly more difficult to best that 893 of Jonathan Kaiko. This isn't exactly a head-to-head battle with Jonathan Kaiko, but 893 is Jonathan's best. And to beat that total, that's saying a lot, because Jonathan Kaiko is the greatest 93 of all time, resume for resume.
Oh, wow. Wow.
And 315 was the exact amount to load.
Perfect call for the day.
Yeah, you know what?
That's a good 5 kilos to pick up, too.
Pivotal 5 kilos to pick up. The temptation to go to 317.5 was there, but they had the conversation and made the right call, because I think that extra 2.5 might have been just a little too much.
I agree with you. And he builds momentum going into bench.
Pivotal to keep his hopes alive. It's not over yet. Again, like we said, he needs a perfect day to beat Jonathan Kaiko's 893, but he's pacing well. And talking about pacing well, Michael Davis, 325. Michael wants to stay close enough with Ashton that if Ashton makes mistakes and starts missing, Michael can capitalize. He's done it before. There's Jesus Oliveras on the sidelines cheering him on.
Oh, he's working for this.
Oh,
He's
my
working for
goodness.
it.
Oh, what a shame.
Just lost balance at the top there.
Because that was such an excellent fight. Look at him fight through this. And he actually locked it out, but had to take a step back. What a shame.
What a
Because he was
fight.
strong enough for it and had a great fight. Debo, 325. Nope, 335. Opting to
going
go
up.
up. It's a bold move, but again, with these gentlemen, if he wants to make it on Team USA, for some of these guys, they're showing up. I don't super care. I will put all my chips to the middle. It's Team USA or bust, and I respect it. That's why they're here. And
Absolutely.
if he's going to keep those hopes alive, he's going to need that 335.
Yeah, they know every kilo matters in each of their lifts and what their top end typically is. So they showed up today knowing pretty much what they have to do. And they're going to load it.
And they're not showing up on the day saying, well, Ashton has a spot. That's not the attitude these gentlemen take when they show up on the day. If Ashton's going to get the spot, they got to take it from them. Nope, nice catch again.
Hey, let's hear it for
He will move forward with 305. Calm, cool, and collected about it. Still a lot more lifting left to go. Alec, 338 kilos, an American record in the 93s. And talk about a young man rising to the occasion. You had said relatively new to the sport. I gotta think he's been squatting a lot longer than that, though.
I would think so. I mean, this is uncharted territory. His PR from before was 320, which was his second attempt.
And it moved like a second attempt.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Talk about a coming out party and a star emerging in the 93s. People came in talking about all the big names in the session. They're going to leave talking about Alec.
All right, this is a national record attempt for Alec Buab, 7:45. Here we go.
Nope, nice catch.
Not today. Clap your
But you know what?
I have a feeling that will be there soon.
Yeah, I was
Based
about
on
to say
what
exactly
I was
that. And it's a huge day. So many views online, so many people here with big names in the mix, loaded up and try to make that statement with the world watching. Talking about making a statement, this is what you said. 340, Gavin Eden, 340 kilos, a personal best squat, 10-kilo jump from 330. And he looks a whole lot more focused and intense this time, doesn't he?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, wow.
He's ready. Gavin shows up. That's what we know about Gavin. That's why we love Gavin.
Look at the intensity on his face this time, and the spotters can't help but get behind him on this one. Gavin, back and forth, stalking like a man inside the cage. Will he have a fight with 340? This is a personal best squat for Gavin.
Wow.
Strength on Gavin Eden's squat.
Wow.
2-to-1 on depth. Ray can approach the jury. Let's see from the side. Yeah, it might have looked a little high on this side. This is one of the sides that red lighted him. I think Ray already got turned away from the jury. And that will conclude the squat session. And Meg, talk about a show that we saw in the squats here today. National records falling, the women putting on an amazing show. The big three all hitting, exchanging that national record. Of course, Russell Orkey, Ashton Rauska. The battles are so tight. You don't want to miss it, ladies and gentlemen. We are going to take a short 10-minute break, and then we will return with the bench press. Welcome back to Powerlifting America's 2024 National Championships. I am Ryan Six-Pack Lapidat, accompanied in a booth with none other than 63-kilo national champion Megan Scanlon, former world champion, multiple-time world titleist, and the resume goes on and on.
Keep going. No, I'm just kidding.
Mother of two, loving wife. I don't know. Here we go. But Kevin Carey, 72.5, is going to kick us off once again. If you missed the squat session, and you missed a hell of a session, we have back-to-back flights. In the first flight, we have the 69-kilo class in the 83s, and in the second flight, we have the 93s to 105s.
We saw records broken in
yeah, my goodness. Did we?
Almost each class. The only one I think was 93s, right?
That's right, but Brendan Petrie, and I spoke to him in the warm-up room, and about how pivotal that 315 was in terms of the selection, and they had the same conversation we were having. I don't know, what do you think? And then they said, you know what, load up what we know we could hit, and he said he had some flare-ups in training, and it flared up again in the squat, but he was not going to be denied. The world team spot is on the line, and he locked out that 315 and showed some heart. And here we are. The journey continues. Still a lot of lifting left to go. And we'll find out who and who isn't going to make Team USA. Kevin Carey, 72.5.
An easy opener. The lift is good.
It's a good way to start off bench.
187. Our lifter is Haley Sheehan.
69-kilo class. Haley Sheehan, 85 kilos for her opening bench.
69-kilo female lifters here today. 187 for Haley Sheehan.
Just waiting for that. Bar is loaded, and there it is. Haley has benched 90 kilos before. 85 should be there on the day. And it is.
Good first bench for Haley.
Haley's on the board.
We're going up to 242 pounds.
110 kilos now for Gabby Martinez. Gabby in the middle of a fight with some of the greatest 69-kilo lifters in the world.
And coming into this meet, each of these three ladies PR bench relatively close as well, similar to what we saw with squats.
Yeah, there's very little wiggle room, is there? Now, obviously, Chelsea Savitt, multiple times she's been at the World Championships and won gold. As a matter of fact, and maybe I know someone's going to fact check me here, I think she's won a gold medal in bench every single appearance.
I think you're correct. I'm not going to fact check you.
Let's just roll with it.
Sounds good to me. Good first bench for Gabby.
Jackie Malater, 117.5. Jackie also, well, all three of these big three in the 69s broke national records in the squat event. And this is a pivotal world championship to get to. I don't got to tell you, if you podium, you qualify for World Games. You win, you can qualify for Sheffield, and there's also wild cards. So even if it's a close battle and people want to see a rematch, you might make your way to Sheffield. There's a lot on the line, and it all starts here by making Team USA.
Good press by Jackie.
And how is it to keep yourself focused on the task? Were you thinking about all that is possibly on the table should you win this?
No, absolutely not. Not in the moment. I mean, I could guess that each of these ladies are just focusing on one attempt at a time because they need each attempt to get to all of those opportunities that you just mentioned. Each attempt is very important for them today.
122.5 for Chelsea Savitt, the bench queen of the 69s, doing what she does best.
Her PR bench is 130, which I believe just came from bench nationals.
Yeah, Chelsea already making Team USA for a World Championship. And she might get 2 invites. Okay, well, 122.5 wasn't much work.
That flew.
Warm-up work for Chelsea.
Please raise the bar to 297 for Charles Williams.
Charles Williams in the 83s, 135.
Class lifter. 297 is loaded for Charles Williams.
His PR bench is 140. We did see a pretty big squat PR from him, so I'm curious if we'll see a decent jump on bench too.
He's got deadlifter arms. It's a long way up.
That is a range I'm unfamiliar with.
John Tong up next, 145 in the 83 kilo class, getting some last minute advice from LS McLean, who knows a thing or two about bench pressing.
He's having a good time back there.
LS trying to center his man. Kind of a calm before the storm when we're in the opening benches. Because once everybody's on the board, things get pretty fiery pretty quick. No question on the depth of those elbows, which is a factor for some of these lifters. And you had been adjusting to the new elbow rule. How have you found it? Have you gotten better and better as well under this new rule?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I completely changed my bench, but I know a lot of people just had to shift their benches a little bit. But with some time, of course, you adjust to any rule. I believe all 3, Gabby, Chelsea, and Jackie, had to adjust slightly to the rule, but they all did so perfectly, and it looks like they are at or exceeding their previous PR benches.
The FID, 152.5. So far, all the opening benches looking just like we expect.
He's matching his PR on that opening bench.
And made easy work of it. 155 for Angelo Fortino in the 83s. Angelo will lose a little bit of ground in the bench press with Chris, but he's got a monster deadlift to pick that back up. Smooth opening bench.
Lifting for Angelo. The lift is good. We're going up to 363 for Connor Heim.
165 now for Connor Heim.
Bar is loaded and ready for Connor.
Makes easy work of it. And Meg, when it comes to opening bench, no news is good news.
That's right. Nice, easy opening bench. Just lay the groundwork for the next 2 attempts.
180 kilos.
Russell Orhe, 180 kilos. I had a chance to talk to Russ in the back, and he admitted, despite all of his experience when he got out there for squats, he was like, wow, it's been a minute. This doesn't feel like training at the gym.
It's a little different, but he got right back to it.
Yeah, he rose to the occasion. He thought, you know what, I was a stitch shocked on how I felt out there. He wasn't entirely happy with his execution, and when you're squatting weights like Russ and you're disappointed with your execution, that says something. And he holds himself to a very high standard. The highest of standards. And Russ, 180, easy work. Now, what was it his feet weren't totally flat?
I'm not sure. I was wondering the same thing. If it was his feet that they were looking for, or it looks like he was trying to straighten out his arms a little bit too, so I'm not entirely sure.
Chris Perez, 190. And this is really pivotal for Chris. He's more or less battling Angelo as opposed to Russ. And where Angelo's going to give up ground in the bench, Chris wants to collect it.
He's got a big bench.
Yeah, it's starting at 190 and
that moved well.
Yep.
If you are a bencher, that is how you want your first bench to move.
We're ready to strip it down for round 2. Kevin Carey.
Kevin Carey, 77.5. We're at round 2. Now people are going to start making some jumps. Now we're going to start seeing some possible fights. The national record in the 69 kilo class, 144 kilos. Not anticipating any of the ladies to go for that. For the 83 kilo class, the national record is 207.5. Now Chris, whose PR bench is 202.5, definitely could come within distance of that. The thing with national records, if it's just beyond your means and you're tempted to collect that chip, you might overextend and it might be a bit of a red herring. Haley Sheehan, 87.5. Not sure if I used the term red herring appropriately. Did I? I don't know. Let's say I did.
I'm not going to be the judge. I'm not going to be the judge of that one. So Haley's PR is 90, so this is coming close to her PR territory.
2.5 kilo jumps can be pretty big in the bench press, percentage-wise.
She grinds through that.
Yeah, that's a fight.
She grinds it out.
Obviously, the only possible jump she can make now is 2.5 kilos. Does not look very convinced getting off the platform. Looks a little bit. If you're trying to look for confidence, but she has no choice. 2.5 is the only move.
Bar is loaded for Gabby.
And Gabby, in contrast, calm, cool, and collected. 117.5, 7.5 kilo jump.
Gabby's PR is 120, so based on this, you would assume her bench training is going pretty well.
442 pounds already today.
Yeah, her training coming into it, she's been hitting PRs all over the place.
I believe I saw a training video of her benching 122.5. Don't fact check that, but.
Wow.
That moved quick.
7.5 kilo jump, and that was easy. She smiles. You know, sometimes you know on your second, okay, we have a good day.
Absolutely.
Bar is loaded for Jacqueline.
Jackie Malater, 122.5 for her second attempt.
So a similar thing here. Like on the Bucks, her PR is 125.
Jackie has a real opportunity here today to shock a lot of people. A lot of hype on Gabby. Obviously, we all know how good Chelsea is. Been to the World Championship several times. If Jackie can spring an upset.
Woo, moved. That
122,
moved.
yeah.
She is definitely the newcomer, a little bit, if you would say the dark horse. Is that the right word? And sometimes that is the best position to be in.
The sleeper, the dark horse. People are looking in one direction, and you could surprise them. I don't think she's going to shock Chelsea or Gabby, though. I think they're well versed in who they're competing against, but certainly the powerlifting community and viewers, if you're tuning in and thought this was a head-to-head, guess again, this is a three-way battle. And Chelsea, 127.5, multiple-time world's bench gold medalist, applying her trade. 2.5 kilos shy of her personal best. Let's see how this moves. Well, okay.
Man, this is what we wanted. They're all close to that top end, and they're moving it like they're on fire right now. I'm excited to see what is going to happen with these third attempts for bench.
PRs are going to fly in the bench. 140 for Charles Williams, 83 kilo class. Wow, look at that range of motion. I think his head might have came up. I don't know if the refs would have seen that, though. That's a difficult one to catch.
Yeah. Good second press.
Our next lifter is John Tong.
John Tong, 152.5.
336. The bar is loaded for John.
John's been competing since 2014, so he has a lot of experience behind him. He looks very relaxed.
Yeah. You know what? LS was the type of lifter, come out all smiles, like to be relaxed. How about yourself when you get out there?
I'm trying not to laugh as I was screaming at the barbell last night. No, but I like to keep it loose. LS was actually one of my favorite lifters to watch when I was first starting, because he just looked like he was having a good time. That moved nice.
Yeah, 7.5 kilos, and he handles it well.
We're going to look about 352 for David Harico. 352.
The feed, Harico, 160.
Bar is loaded.
Looks like this is a pretty big PR for the feed. Previously, he's hit 152.5, which he hit on his opener tonight.
Oh, no. Got away from him. You know, people use the term a misgroove, and sometimes it's an excuse, but in the bench press, it happens.
It does happen. Out of the three, I would say it's definitely the most technical lift, so you can see lifters miss what may look like on strength and then come back and hit it on their next attempt.
162.5 for Angelo.
He opened with a 341, jumping to 358.
And that was smooth.
It was smooth. That was a good second attempt.
7.5 kilo jump, and he handles it like an opener.
Take it up to 374.
He's probably looking to pick up all the kilos he can.
370.
170 is his previous personal best. I think we're going to see a PR out of Angelo today.
Bar is loaded for Connor.
You don't want to tip over. 5 kilos would probably be around the neighborhood. Connor, 170.
So Connor was a junior national champion last year, went to Junior Worlds, placed 5th.
So Connor is well versed at the national level and even the world level.
And the lift is good.
Speaking of being well versed at the national and world level, Russell Orhe, the most decorated 83 of all time, 185. 5 kilo jump for him. 180 was pretty easy once he got his footing proper. We think it was the footing. .842.5 is the total that Russell needs to beat. That was smooth
Very
and
well.
easy, yeah.
Looked like whatever the problem was, he figured it out. Not a problem anymore.
And he is cruising through the bench session. A little bit in cruise control because he can. Chris Perez, 200 kilos even. Again, that national record, I believe we said 207.5. Let's see how this moves. 10 kilo jump here.
Currently his best is 202.5.
And we're getting close to that.
So it's definitely in the wheelhouse if he's having a good day.
Oh, I think it might be a big ask, though. I think we're a little too close to the end to load up a national record, but 2.5 kilos, you think?
I think 2.5 would be a good call.
This battle with Angelo is super close. Every kilo is going to count. If he picks up another 2.5 kilos in the bench session, it forces Angelo to load another 2.5 kilos on his deadlift if he's going to surpass Chris. And Kevin Carey missed 77.5 in his second attempt, retaking it now on his third.
His PR bench is 75, so he's looking to collect that PR bench at his first nationals.
Looks like he's done it. And a reminder, while we are in the third and final round of benching for this flight, as soon as this flight is over, we will move directly into the next flight with no break, and that'll be the 93s and the 105s. Haley Sheehan, 90 kilos.
Haley's 87.5 was work. But again, it's bench, so sometimes something's just a little bit off. And she has hit 90 before.
Yeah, 87.5 was a fight.
Well, she's fighting for it.
Oh my goodness, yeah, she's got fight in her, but a little too much today.
Load the bar 264 for Gabby Martinez. She is your current
Gabby Martinez made easy work at 117.5. 2.5 kilo jump. You know what? I thought she might have gone up a little more. I think she's going to have this.
I agree with you based off of how 117.5 moved. I did expect a bigger jump from her.
If we look at the projected, oh my goodness, Gabby, 528. Chelsea, 528. This is neck and neck. We told you it was close. We are not lying. Every lift is going to count, and maybe that's why they're proceeding with caution.
Absolutely. Absolutely. You have to play the day, and sometimes the best move is the lift that you know.
Yeah, the high percentage.
Yes.
I mean, it's so easy to get caught up in just overextending.
I think she had a little bit more left on the table.
Yeah, that was super easy.
Good lift, Gabby.
It's 20/20 hindsight. If you're like, oh no, I had 2 more kilos in me.
Of course. And bench is the one that sometimes those 2.5, does get you in the end. So
Yeah, the brakes come on quick.
yes,
We'll move
exactly.
very quickly. All of a sudden, the brakes come out of nowhere. Jackie Malater, 127.5. There's Chelsea in the background just grooving. To each their own when you get in the zone. And Jackie can collect 5 kilos here. Now, we were talking about how close it is between Chelsea and Gabby, but Jackie's close enough as well.
She is on subtotal. I believe they're all like 1 kilo apart.
And once deadlifts start flying, you miss one deadlift and everything can get shaken up. Nicely done. And the ladies
Great
are
5
going.
kilos to pick up right there.
Yeah, pivotal.
Yeah, absolutely.
6 for 6
Absolutely.
for both her and Gabby. And the fight is so close. Once deadlifts start, one of them misses a deadlift and everything can change. Chelsea Savitt, 130 kilos. This will equal her personal best. She is the bench queen in the 69 kilo class.
In the 69 kilo class.
Bench Worlds is being hosted by USA this year. And she will be on that team. But she would love to also make the 3 lift in Lithuania.
At this level.
Her resume is stacked, and by the end of 2024, it's going to be even more stacked. Oh, wow. Had a lot more.
She did have a lot more in the tank, I would say.
That is a good lift
But let me tell you,
for Chelsea Savitt.
it is a battle till the end.
Yeah.
On subtotals right now, they are separated by 2.5, 3.5 kilograms between the 3 of them.
Oh, my.
That's wild.
Yeah, it's a very tight podium. They're all on the podium. What color's the medal they're going to have? Undecided yet. Charles Williams, 142.5 for his 3rd and final bench.
Great 3rd bench by Charles, and that's a nice little PR for him on the day.
Our next lifter is David Harico.
Defeat Harico, 160, missed it on his 2nd. Opportunity to take it on his 3rd.
Bar is loaded for David Harico.
Oh, he's fighting for it. Can he do it? Oh,
There was a mean sticking point right before lockout. But he emptied the tank and gave it his all.
Our next lifter is John Tong. Weight on the bar.
John Tong, 160 for his 3rd and final bench.
this will match John's PR bench.
Like B lifters, we are 5 lifters away.
Oh, can he get the right lock?
So close. Poor righty just couldn't do it today.
A stubborn right shoulder / elbow just would not comply. Angelo Fortino up next. Let's see here, 167.5 for Angelo's 3rd and final.
Bar is loaded with 369.
162.5 was very smooth and easy for Angelo. 5 kilos I don't expect is going to stop him. He's hit 170 previously. Oh, you know what? I think he might have had 170 today. Easy for me to say with 20/20 hindsight, though.
Yeah. He looks happy with it, though, so, you know, maybe that's just what was there today.
When it's a super close battle, again, I've said it before, but you don't want, it's more important to get your lifts in, and he's got a big deadlift. He's going to have the final say.
Yes.
Connor, 172.5 for his third and final.
He has bench 175 before.
Junior national champion, world's veteran. That's an appropriate third attempt.
And the lift is good. Please raise the bar 418 pounds. For
Russell Orhe up next, 190.
190.
His PR bench is 195. 185 did move very well.
And 842.5 is the total he needs to beat to make his
418.
selection on Team USA secured. If he hits this and his opening deadlift, he'll be at 837.5 already. If he misses this, he's probably looking pretty good to still hit. But this will really start to take it out of even question. A little bit of work there on the day.
Definitely a good call. Definitely the right call.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
they loaded the bar exactly as they should today. Both on the squats and the bench press for us.
Absolutely, yeah.
You know, all the hype in the world, that's great, how training went, but the last week in terms of cutting, how you feel, you have to have that communication with your lifter and take what's there on the day, and they've adjusted exactly on the money. And Chris Perez, 202.5, I think this is the appropriate call as well.
I do too, and this matches his bench PR previously, and I think it's definitely the right call for the day.
200 was work for a second. 2.5 kilos doesn't seem like a lot, but when you're in a battle as close as he is with Angelo, it can make the difference. Oh, wow, okay, that moved easier than 200.
Hey, that's what they say about bench, you know? Sometimes,
Sometimes
it is a technical thing.
Now he's leaving, and he's like, darn it.
Yeah, he knows. He
Darn
knows, but, you know.
And Marcelo's probably saying, if you had done that on your second, I would have
That's
loaded
right.
more on your third. Convince
That's
me.
right.
Convince me. I'm doing my job. You got to do yours, young man. But it is what it is. He went 3 for 3, 6 for 6. As a matter of fact, Angelo, Chris, and Russ, the big 3 and 83s, all 6 for 6.
We are seeing a lot of made attempts. The 69s, 6 for 6.
83s, yeah.
6 for 6.
Even in the next session over with Ashton and Brendan, also 3 for 3 in terms of the squats. And those two are the favorites. So that's how you win national titles. That's how you secure team spots. Arthur Hammer, 130. And speaking of the flight over, we're here now.
Let's raise the bar to 350.
Moving directly into the second flight. It's the 93s and the 105s. 162.5 for Peyton Johnson. Nice, easy work of that. Peyton's on the board.
And the lift is good. Please raise the bar to 374. Our lifter is
Alec, 170.
374 for Alec.
Alec had quite the show in the squat session. Finished off a 320, but loaded up that national record. relatively new to the sport of powerlifting, but already marking himself as somebody to watch for the future.
This fight's really a good blend of newcomers to the sport that you can tell they're making a lot of progress based off of their attempts, and veterans.
Yeah, we even have a master world champion.
Right, exactly.
From juniors entering the open to master world champions and everybody in between in this session.
Great speed on that opener.
Easy opener, 3 white lights. Please raise the bar to 380 pounds for Josiah Richardson.
Gives himself 2 thumbs up.
Loaded for Josiah.
Sometimes you got to be your own cheerleader. Richardson, 172.5 in the 105s. Makes easy work of that.
It's up, and it's good. Our next weight, 385 pounds for Carlos.
175 now for Carlos.
385.
This is the 105 kilo master world champion.
His PR bench is 195. I'd expect this to move pretty quickly. He made quick work of his squats today.
And some people like to take big jumps. I could foresee possible 10 kilo jumps for him. It's about as fast as some benches are going to move.
Alex Olarte will be our next lifter. He is opening up with 406.
Alex Olarte, 185. We're in the 105s. Alex went 3 for 3 in the squat event. Makes easy work, 185, Meg.
He does. Good opener. Could see a big jump after that.
Yep. Brendan Petrie, 195.
His PR bench is 215.
Now, we had mentioned he was a couple kilos off of his PR squat. And he's going to need to hit PRs if he's going to catch up and surpass Jonathan Keiko's 893. Let's see where he ends up on the bench press. He's got to cover this ground somewhere. He's got room to grow. That left arm is slightly cocked.
Yeah. Yeah, he's a closer grip bencher. Which sometimes I feel like too, they can really grind through some benches. You know what I mean? Sometimes they slow down a little bit more, but it doesn't necessarily mean much.
Now Gavin Eden, 197.5. Gavin, with this squat and deadlift, had enough that he could have been in position to have an 895 range total if his bench had shown up at Sheffield. An 895 is what Gustav Hedlund had to win Sheffield. For Gavin, if his bench is on point, his total is going to be on point. Let's see what he does here. That was smooth.
Very well.
At Sheffield, he only moved forward with his opening bench. He's going to have to do better than that if he's going to build that big, handsome total. He has hit 220.
It wasn't a strength issue, was it? at Sheffield?
I think it was a mix. I'm trying to remember now.
No.
But his last bench was 212.5. His PR is 220. It was still below what he's capable of that they loaded. So something was going on.
Sure.
Ashton, 200 kilos even.
Ashton's PR bench is 215.
Yeah, so whatever injuries he had coming in, which had to be relatively minor because he had a good squat session, might not be upper body. Yeah, he's on pace for a possible matching a PR or surpassing.
He was happy with that, too.
That was a sassy young classmate with the belt. He's confident. He's all right. His biggest threat is Michael Davis and Debo. Debo left with his opener. Michael Davis went 2 for 3 in squats. Ashton, who's the favorite, left 3 for 3.
I think he only took 2 attempts.
Oh, is that right? Okay.
Yeah, he didn't take his third attempt.
Check. Yeah, okay. Which is, you know what, that's also a good call if, yeah, that's right. 363, an American record, which is also a good call if you don't think it's on the day. Don't grind out and aggravate any of these injuries.
100%.
I like the positioning they're doing. Marcellus handling several of the lifters here today. He's doing a bang-up job. Debo, 200 kilos even.
Moved well as well.
212.5 now being loaded for Michael Davis. Michael's prep was fantastic. That squat he missed.
Oof. What a fight, man.
Yeah, it's a heartbreaker. He barely missed it. Strength was there and actually locked it out, but took a step back at the last second. And you can't take any steps back. But if it's an indication where strength are, his strength levels are high. 212.5 for his opening bench. Moved easy.
Good opener. His PR is 222.5.
So, what are we thinking here? I know we're still at openers, but potential PR here?
I mean, I think potential PR territory. All 3 of those benches moved very well for openers and are within the range.
Yeah, it's in the conversation. Hammer, 140, 10-kilo jump. That's a big jump considering he started at 130 in the 93-kilo class.
His previous PR his PR currently is 137.5.
Let's see if he can up that by 2.5 kilos.
That was good work. He stayed with that really well. New PR for Arthur.
Peyton Johnson, 167.5 in the 93-kilo class. 5-kilo jump for him. Smooth second attempt.
Good second. And his PR is 170, so I would expect that he's going to go over that for his third attempt.
I think so. I know there was a stitch of hesitation when you said that, but I think so as well. I also was wondering, match it or surpass it? I would load up 5 more kilos, though.
I would as well.
Alec, 175, 5-kilo jump. And we stay in the 93-kilo class. These spotters and loaders doing a great job. We're moving pretty quick. They've done some big catches already. And they got the best seats in the house to enjoy the show. And And I got news, they're going to be working very hard when you got squatters like Ray Williams coming up tomorrow. You don't want to miss it. Ray, capable of a 1,000-pound squat, as well as Pablo Oliveras, phenomenal lifter in his own right, and he'll also load up.
There will be a lot of weight moved tomorrow.
That's a fact.
Don't forget to visit.
That's a fact. Richardson, 180 kilos, 7.5 kilo jump
Here on your way out. We have merchandise
in the 105s.
The America booth. Vendors outside, please reach into your pockets and support the people that support powerlifting.
Quick press for Josiah.
As we look for Josiah.
3 white lights.
402 for Carlos Santoliquito.
Carlos Santoliquito, 182.5. 7.5 kilo jump. You had mentioned earlier, I think you said 190 kilos was his PR?
195.
195. Covering a little bit of ground to there.
I think he has also competed in the 120 class, so not sure.
Yeah,
that looked like we're getting a little closer to the end. I don't think 195 will be there today. Alex Alarte, 192.5 in the 105 kilo class. Seven and a half more kilos towards his total.
That's a good one for Alex.
Ashton Rauska, 5 kilo jump.
451 for Ashton Ruska.
And he made easy work of 200 kilos on his opener.
He did. I see this being no problem.
I think this will move just like his opener. And Ashton, with Michael Davis going 2 for 3, Debo going 1 for 3, there's a lot less pressure on him. He was already the favorite. Those odds increased after the squat event.
That moved
that
beautifully.
Moved. Exactly.
I mean, he's definitely just building his total. He's here for a reason, especially if he's dealing with a couple of injuries.
Yeah, if you have the lead now, and it's on the onus is on the underdogs to catch up, go 3 for 3 and catch up to you. If that doesn't happen, and it didn't happen in the squats, now he's just holding serve. He doesn't need to risk, the underdogs do. They're doing the great game planning right now. Brendan Petrie, 207.5.
His PR is 215.
So we're pacing, aren't we?
We sure are.
He really needs this. He's going to have to get around those PR numbers if he's going to make that team selection. Well, I think he's around about there. What do you think,
Yeah,
Meg?
absolutely. That moved very well for a second. I mean, from his reaction, it looks like it felt good too, you know?
And
Which is important. That's
right.
important.
So, 215?
Yeah, I think he's going to load 215.
And 210 for Gavin Aiden. Now, Gavin went forward at Sheffield with just his opener. This is going to be big for Gavin. If he makes this look like an appropriate second attempt, maybe he's back to the 220 range. And if he is, that total's going to shoot up.
Yeah, that'd be huge for his total because he totaled 887 without 2 benches.
Yeah. Yeah, he's capable. He's got all types of strength in him. One of the best 93s in the world. .210 it is. What would you say, Meg? I don't think 220, but...
I don't think 220 is in the card today, but he definitely has another 5'7.5".
So maybe 5 for a little closer, conservative. I mean, 5 kilos percentage-wise on that kind of weight, probably appropriate.
Absolutely.
Debo will attempt 212.5. 12.5 kilo jump from his opener.
His opener moved well. His PR is 215, so we're coming right up.
We're getting close. But he does want to, you got to take some risks when you're in his position.
Absolutely, especially after his miss on squat.
Yeah. It's, that was, I would say around 215 on the day maybe. That was some work. If they wanted to see where his strength levels were at, and that was a tester for it, I think indications are take a smaller jump to third, but we'll see what they want to do, because again, they want to apply pressure and cover some ground if possible. Michael Davis, 225.
So this is a PR weight for Michael Davis on bench.
He's in the same position as Debo. Left squats, not where he wanted to be. Left some kilos on the table, has an opportunity to pick some kilos up in the bench press. And his bench training has gone very well. Wow, okay. 5 kilos?
Yeah, definitely. That moved great. That was a great second attempt.
I think we're probably going to see a 500-pound bench here this evening. We're going to strip it down to
Arthur Hammer, 142.5.
He already collected a bench PR today, so he's looking to up it again by 2.5 on his third attempt.
It is hammer time, ladies and gentlemen. I'll see myself out. I'm sorry. I kept that one in my back pocket long enough. It's burning a hole in my pocket, and I let it out. I needed the moment. Was it rushed?
I'm just going to let it die.
All right. It was. My only saving grace, anyone under 30 will be like, I don't get the reference, I don't know what he's talking about. And the only reason why I'll be showing up to work tomorrow.
Whoa! Oh, that right arm, come on.
Yeah, it's
he's fighting. Right. I don't think it's going to be there, but he fought for that. He still walks away with a PR for the day.
Peyton Johnson, 170 kilos in the 93 kilo class.
That bar is loaded.
This does match his PR. It's in a 2.5 kilo jump from his second.
That's a relatively small jump, but when you're in PR territory, especially on the bench press, things get heavy quickly. There's also the mental factor when you're right close to a PR, matching a PR, or trying to make one. Nope, not on the day.
Our next lifter is
Alec Buab, 177.5 in the 93 kilo class.
Bar is loaded for Alec.
This would also match for him a PR bench. He is one of the newcomers that we have to the sport in general. He's been competing since 2022. it's definitely there.
Locks it out.
3 for 3 in the bench
Yeah.
press, 3 white lights. Alec enjoying his good work.
For Josiah Richardson.
Isaiah Richardson, 185, 5 kilo jump.
Josiah.
Isaiah competing in the 105s.
That was a great third attempt. I mean,
Yeah,
that was all the kilos he had today, you know?
there is no question about that. And they did the same thing for him in the squat event.
It is loaded and ready.
Excellent execution both by his handling staff and himself. Carlos, 187.5. Santo Liquido. Too much on the day.
Our next lifter, Alex Olarte.
Alex Olarte, 197.5. We're in the 105 kilo class.
Bar is loaded.
Solid third attempt for Alex.
Very well done.
I
Goes
believe
3
he's
for
6 for
3.
6 too, right? He's having a good day. Yeah.
Yeah, he is. Ashton Rauska, 210 on the bar. The way 205 moved. I would be absolutely shocked if he were to miss it.
I would as well. His bench is looking very strong. I mean, his PR bench is 215. But his benches have been moving very, very well tonight.
Among those watching, wonder if Anatoly Novopismani, the 105 kilo world champion, is watching this.
I would say 215 is not
Yeah, it would have been there,
be
but
his PR for much longer.
yeah. In Ashton, pacing at 898 so far on the forecast. 940 is the world record, if you're wondering. Brandon, 212.5. So a little under. 215 is his
under.
bench PR, just a touch. And if we look at the forecast for Brendan,
$865. Nice. That was a nice third attempt.
yeah, so after Brendan hits his opening deadlift, he'll be at 865. He needs to beat 893.
Yep,
He's got some work.
he does.
This is going to be close.
It's a third pull.
That
It's
is
a third pull.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
It is going to be exciting. And Gavin Aiden, 215, we thought 5 kilos. So did Gavin and Ray.
Yeah, I think that's a good call for Gavin.
I'll tell you a funny story about Gavin and Ray in a second. Oh, wow, okay. 5 kilos, moved just like his second attempt did, and his bench press is
Yeah,
back.
strong.
He pointed to the belt. Maybe wearing the belt was something new for a little internal compression. I'm not sure.
Did he not have it on for a second?
Now I'm rethinking. But the quick story here while I can, Ray cut weight with Gavin at Sheffield, was inside the sauna with him, and while Gavin's recomping Ray, throughout later on days, like, why do I feel so lethargic? My head is bumping. Goes to the washroom. Why is my pee knee on? I didn't recomp like Gavin did because he's a handler.
Sure.
And today I seen him drinking Gatorade in the back. I'm like, you learned your lesson, didn't you, sir?
Some dedication right there.
That's right. Dwardley, Eduardo, Debo, 217.5. Not Eduardo, Edward.
Oh, he's going for it.
Scrappy, 217.5. Dwardley picks up another 5 kilos.
That's an important 5 kilos.
Yeah, you know what? Shaky squat attempt, rebounded nicely in the bench press.
He did.
Michael Davis, 230.
Anybody want to see a 500-pound bench fall right here tonight?
It's a big bench.
Yeah, over 500 pounds.
Ladies and gentlemen.
For a lot of people, 500 pounds is a nice deadlift, a nice squat. For Michael Davis, this is bench press numbers. 507 to be exact. And Michael, previous personal best is 225.5. We're well beyond that. If he lost some ground in the squat, which he wanted, he can regain it here in the bench press. And he does.
Wow.
Back on track is Michael Davis.
Yeah. He's picking up momentum going into deadlifts.
Yeah, look at that squat. He missed it, but you could tell the strength was there. And look at that bench press.
Huge bench PR for him.
Ashton was actually in the back congratulating Michael Davis on that huge bench. Sportsmanship in the 105s, and that will conclude our bench flight in our bench session. Do not go anywhere. We will take a short 10-minute break and come back for the deadlifts and the dramatic conclusion. Who will make Team USA 2024 for the IPF World Championships in Lithuania? We will find out in 10 short minutes. And we're back at the Powerlifting America 2024 National Championships. I am Six Pack Lapidat, accompanied in the booth by Megan Scanlon. And Megan, we've had quite the show here by the 69 kilo women, 83 kilo men, 93 and 105 kilo men. Lifters vying for that coveted Team USA spot for the IPF World Championships this summer in Lithuania. And the battle between the women in the 69 kilo class is going to be tight. I was talking to Devin Williams, who will be competing tomorrow in the 120s, and he told me Jackie Malater's opening deadlift, don't believe it, it's probably going to get moved.
It already has. It's 195.
Aha! Mm-hmm. The close battle is even closer than we thought. You can't miss Kevin Carey, 142.5.
Solid opener for Kevin. Starting off our deadlifts tonight.
Raise the bar 402 for Haley Sheehan.
69 kilo class now. Haley Sheehan, 182.5.
69 kilo class for the women's division. It's going to get good here. Bar is loaded for Haley Sheehan.
Easy work.
Solid opener for her.
3 white lines. The lift is good. Raise the bar to 429.
All right, so Jackie, first one up.
Yeah, we had said she moved her opener 195, pacing her for 519.
Bar is loaded for Jacqueline.
And this is going to be close. Jackie behind, but only slightly. And with the other two ladies pushing each other, one of them might miss, and the door of opportunity swings open for Jackie. But she's got to do her part. She needs to hit her lifts. Oh,
Quick work.
a lot more there.
Quick work.
That's a good lift with 3 white lights. We're going all the way up to 4.
Gabby Martinez, 207.5.
Record squat holder, Gabby Martinez.
So right now, Gabby's forecasted with a 528 total
Loaded for Gabby.
based off of this first pull.
And Chelsea, who's opening exactly the same as Gabby, 207.5, forecasted at 530.5. My goodness, neck and neck on deadlifts, and the forecasted totals are so tight. Don't blink. Easy.
That's a good lift for Gabby.
Allows herself a small little smile there. And how does it feel when you're in a battle and your opening pull moves like that, Megan?
Feels very nice. Feels very good.
The confidence gets high, huh?
Absolutely.
Let's see. I mean, with a battle this tight and both these ladies on the exact same weight, we have the benefit of being able to compare them.
World Championships.
I can't believe how close this battle is, and they literally opening the exact same.
Yeah,
Chelsea.
this is a battle that lived up to its hype so far tonight.
With the trademark chalk slaps and the chalk on the side of her face, it's almost like war paint for Chelsea.
That's a real smooth opener. Our next lifter is John Tong.
John Tong, 235.
118 pounds. Bar is loaded for John.
John looking to solidify his total here. And if I may, the excellent shot selection and quality of this stream by SBD. We've come so far in terms of our streams. I remember 2016 commentating the World Championships, and my goodness, how far we've come. Look at these roaming cameras taking us right to the back. That feed, Hariko, 245. Easy work. What World Championships was your first one, Meg?
2019.
And that was a big one.
Yeah, it's crazy to see how much the sport has grown since then.
Lifts, streams, opportunities, the championships themselves, just all around. Charles Williams, 267.5. When I take a stroll down memory lane talking about 2016 Worlds, Benjamin Banks, the president of SBD, was actually one of my co-commentators. And how far everything has come since then. Both SBD, IPF Worlds. I think we were sitting beside each other. Neither one of us, we had dreams, but
yeah, right?
My goodness. If those two doing the commentary in 2016 only knew, Chris Perez now 300 kilos for his opening dead.
Bar is loaded.
Hasn't missed a lift yet. Neither is Angelo. Neither is Russ.
So right now, Chris and Angelo's projected forecasted total is the exact same.
Oh my gosh. The 83 men are living up like the 69 women, and
Sure.
that was smooth.
That was very smooth.
Now
Very smooth.
The advantage Angelo's going to have, he's got a much bigger deadlift. He will deadlift last. But it's Chris's job to make him load up more than he can handle. Connor, 305. Former junior national champ. Now in the open, and he's strong.
And lift is good.
3 white lights, and it's good.
Please load the bar is 688 pounds.
312.5, Russell Orhe.
Bar is loaded for Russell.
Once Russ hits this, he's already at 832.5.
832.5.
He only needs
Another 10.
842.5, or he's got to beat 842.5, pardon me. That was easy.
Quite quick.
I think they actually dropped this opener.
Did they?
I believe last time when we looked at the prognosis, after his opener, it was going to be a little higher. Not that it really matters.
83 kilo lifter.
Angelo Fortino, 327.5,
Bar is loaded.
in a neck-and-neck battle with Chris Perez. That was smooth and easy.
Yeah, that moved smooth. It looked like Chris took a 20-kilo jump from his opener, so I'm interested to see if Angelo will match that
Kevin Carey will be the lifter. His weight
going for his second pull.
330 pounds, 150 kilos.
Yeah, the game plan is going to be a little different. Angelo knows he's pulling last. He has that opportunity to see what Chris ends off. Chris's day will be all done, and Angelo will still have one more pull to go. It's an advantage.
It is.
You've been on the other side of that coin a couple times.
That's just my goal. Just one day. To one day.
However,
have that advantage.
Look how many national titles you look at all the titles period you've won. You just, when you're in Chris's position, you just get the most out of yourself and make them load up.
Oh, absolutely. You got to push people to be uncomfortable, put them in their zone of uncomfort. So Angelo did take a 20 kilo, and he actually took a chip. So 20.5 to be exact, to pretty much match Chris for his second attempt.
Haley Sheehan up next, 195. Kevin Casey successful with 150.
Bar is loaded for Haley.
Easy work as well.
Great lift for Haley. That's a PR for her, 2.5 kilo PR on her second attempt. Moved very well.
12.5 kilo jump. And Jackie Malater, 210, 15 kilo jump from her opener.
Her opener was very quick.
Between her and Chelsea Savitt, the bar is loaded.
Chelsea in the back, just grooving to those tunes.
Between Chelsea and Gabby, this is a 462 deadlift.
This will put her at 534.
Yeah, so forecasted off seconds, there's still just 6.5 kilos between the three ladies.
Oh, she's got more in her. A
Yeah.
little sticky at the top, but
Great second.
an appropriate second attempt.
Certainly got something left in the tank. Take it up to 473 for Chelsea.
And there's
Plenty of
Chelsea.
energy left for her third.
215 for Chelsea.
That matches Chelsea's current PR.
Yeah, for total as well, her total PR previously 530. Training must have been going well. She knew it was going to be a fight. She came prepared for it.
Yeah, based off second attempts, all of these three are going to have total PRs as well, going into their thirds.
Yeah, if you're looking at their past, thinking, I just got to beat this, I just got to beat that, no, throw that out the window. They're better than they were yesterday. Chelsea, 215 goes. And if it looked like work, and it was, Chelsea's a fighter.
She is, and I feel like in comparison to the other two are very explosive in their deadlifts, and Chelsea's has more of that like smooth tempo, if that makes any
Grinding, yeah. She could, remember the squat, second attempt. We looked at each other like, oh, getting close to the end here, and found another gear when she needed it. I did notice, though, Chelsea trying to open up her lats a little bit. Looked like she's suffering some cramping in those lats. Gabby Martinez, 220. Oh, oof. Now in comparison,
oof.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, if she's
very explosive.
That's intimidating for Team Chelsea to show. Look, there was your second. Here's mine.
Yeah, absolutely. And at the end of the day, Gabby is going to have the last pull, and she's going to throw on the bar what she needs to throw on the bar. Right now, based off of what is put in, obviously it can change, but Jackie has 222.5 and Chelsea has 220. So that would put Jackie's total at 546.5 and Chelsea's at 543. And Gabby just entered 235, which would put her at 555.5. So We'll see what happens.
Oh my goodness, these
We
are
will
some
see what
monster
happens.
totals. Now, you could change that last attempt twice. John Tong, 250. 15-kilo jump, and he handles it.
That's a good one for John Tong. Our next lifter is Caleb Reno. Second attempt will be 578.
2.5 for David in the 83s.
Move nice for him.
That's a good one for David. Please raise the
Charles
bar.
Williams, 275 for a second attempt.
Williams.
This looks like a really big PR for him. Currently, his deadlift PR prior to today was 265. It looks like he opened up with a PR.
In uncharted waters is Charles. Now, sumo pull with knee sleeves is interesting because the gnarly is going to catch those sleeves. Well, potentially. Didn't look like it did there. But it's a dicey game.
Nicely done. Raise the bar to 699.
217.5 for Connor.
17.5.
This will match Connor's current
Bar is
PR.
loaded for Connor.
Uh-oh.
Oof. You know, like you said with sumo, it could just be a balance thing. It looks like he just locked a little bit early. Like he could come back, clean that up a little bit.
Yeah, it's sumo. It's a far more technical lift than conventional.
His knees just locked out a little bit too early for him.
Yeah, he was out of position. 320 for Chris Perez. A 20-kilo jump.
His first flew.
This is true.
His current deadlift PR is 330.
I believe he's hit in the neighborhood of 335 in prep for this. Now, he didn't make weight, max out, and bench and squat, but his top end deadlift has moved. Yeah, and that was more work, but not top end work.
Yeah, of course. And I mean, it's 20 kilos more, so you do expect it to look like work, but he definitely has more in the tank there.
Russell Orhe, 330 kilos. Russell has pulled 350 in prep with a long hold at the top. Again, not necessarily after cutting weight, squatting, and benching, but I think 330 is going to move pretty quick.
Yeah, and this will put him at an 850 total.
All right, so this will
Look at that.
qualify him for Team USA.
Sure will.
This is the unofficial world record, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get behind me right now.
That's pretty smooth as well.
Sure is.
So there it is. Russell Orhe will be going to Lithuania.
This guy means business.
The world team spot is locked up.
Raising it up to 7.
That's the biggest total Russell has ever done on the platform. 850. Dyslexia kicking in all of a sudden. Angelo Fortino, 348, an American record.
For Russell.
Suspect Angelo's got a lot more in the tank should he need it, and I think he will. But let's see how this moves. He's got the advantage of the chips. 3 white lights.
Yeah, similar to Chris, like it's more work, but of course it's 20 kilos more. Chris did put in a 10-kilo jump for his third. So
330.
330.
It'll put him at 827.5 total, which is a PR total for Chris. And they're trying to extend Angelo. Kevin Carey, 160 for his final pull. This is the third and final round of deadlifts. And a reminder, after this flight, we move directly into the 93s, 105s with no break. And we'll see, can Brandon make the national team? Can Ashton Rauska?
So Kevin's trying to round out his first nationals with a 20-kilo deadlift PR. Not too shabby, right?
And he does it. 8 for 9 on the day. Thanks to the crowd. Haley Sheehan, 205, 10-kilo jump.
This would be a big PR for her. She came in to the day with a 192.5 deadlift PR.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Now we're well beyond that if she hits this.
Her second moved really well.
Oh, there is blood coming from her nose. Is that right? Or am I misseeing this?
I hope not before the lift.
Nah, she's going to leave it all on the platform. I think it just might be the lighting.
Oh, she's got it. She's got it.
Nicely done. Huge PR and a nice way to end her Powerlifting America Nationals 2024. Chelsea Savitt now, 220 kilos. She will finish the day with 5:43 and forcing Gabby and Jackie to hit their final pulls if they're going to surpass her. 5-kilo jump for Chelsea.
So it looks like Jackie just changed her deadlift. It was at 222.5, and it just got changed to 220.
Okay, so Chelsea with the lot number advantage will pull after Jack. Oh, no, wait. Who's pulling next? I don't see the lot numbers, so I just assumed. I thought I saw them change up.
No, I think you're correct. Jackie has a lower lot number, so she will pull first.
Okay.
This would put her total at 544.
So if she hits this, Chelsea's going to have to move up her deadlift to beat it because Chelsea hits 220. She's only at 543. So Jackie is going to try to force Chelsea to overextend. And a reminder, 215 was work for Chelsea.
Yes, absolutely.
This actually might work. She might be tipping Chelsea over. Chelsea's going to have to find another gear like she did in the squats. This is a very tight battle.
It is. This would be a 5-kilo PR for Jackie. Her second did move very well.
10-kilo jump from there, though. Excellent game planning and movement here by the coaching staff of all these ladies. This is an extremely important deadlift for Jackie.
Oh, she's moving it. She's moving it. Oh.
Dies at the knees. Chelsea will keep 220 on, and that's where the lot number advantage really comes into play. She didn't have to move her attempt selection beyond 220 to lift after Jackie. For those that don't fully understand lot numbers and lot number advantage, that was a clear indicator how in a close battle it can mean a lot. But she still needs to hit this.
Chelsea's fired after this.
If she's going to return to Worlds, this is one of the key pieces that have to happen.
Oh.
No.
Just let's give it up for Chelsea.
And Chelsea, silver medalist, Gabby Martinez in the gold medal position.
She is.
Will remain there.
She has locked in her spot Her total is 540.5 right now. Sounds like she might change her third attempt. We'll see what they put in.
If she keeps it at 235, okay, 232.5 is what they just changed it to. And that will give her a total, sorry, you're checking other information. Sorry, I'm throwing that at you, at 553. And that is a big total for the 69 kilo class.
It is a very big total.
She would be a podium favorite at the World Championship.
Gabby Martinez is your current leader in the 69 kilo class.
And when you're at the World Championship and you make the podium this year, of course that opens up the opportunity for World Games.
Bar is loaded for Gabby Martinez.
Her previous best.
Be a 7.5 kilo deadlift PR.
That's big.
Big.
But her prep has gone very well leading into this. She's been hitting PRs all over the place.
Yeah, I did see in one of her training videos she pulled 230 and it looked really nice.
Let's get behind her.
This would also be a 13.5 kilo PR
So
for total.
The battle is won today, but she's sending a message to the other 69s of the world. Watch out! Watch out! She's coming!
Yeah, there's more in her. I think we'll see it come June.
Gabby Martinez just
A podium threat has emerged on Team USA.
Our next lifter, John.
260 now for John Tong.
173 pounds for John. The bar is loaded. If you like what you see, let them know it. You guys are sounding fantastic. Please keep it coming.
I'm interested in seeing where Russell Orhe will end up. I'm interested in seeing where the battle between Angelo and Chris ends up. Ooh, wow.
Great third attempt.
Yeah, there was no more kilos left to squeeze out of John Tong. L.S. McLean did an excellent job getting the most out of his lifter. The Fid Harico, 280. Decent jump.
This would match his current PR.
Bar is loaded.
And he's a crowd favorite. I kind of like how he half steps into that.
He's got some style, some swag, you know.
He's got some style to him.
A lot of times you don't see that with a conventional deadlifter.
That's right. Of course, nobody quite has the same type of nice final pull for him. Talking about the 83s and the pre-lift rituals.
Sure.
Nobody has it like Delaney Wallace.
No. No.
Two-time world champion, two-time Sheffield appearance, and the current world record holder, Charles Williams, 287.5.
Again, he just keeps adding to his deadlift PR today. He opened with a deadlift PR, and I mean, his second moved very well.
Nicely done.
The lift is good. Charles Williams.
Some more great attempt selection.
Raise the bar to 690.
Connor Heim, 317.
He is currently in 4th place in the 83 kilo category. Bars loaded counter.
Getting some last minute hyping by Chris Big Body. on Team Flex. And that can go a long way. Sometimes no technical adjustments. Well, we thought there needs to be a couple technical adjustments, but
it looked like the strength was there. It was just a little bit of a timing issue.
nope, not today.
All right.
Woo! Here we are.
Battle begin.
3:30.
Battle number 2.
10 kilo jump. Yeah, battle after battle after battle. And Chris Perez, 10 kilos to secure 827.5 for his total. And that's a big total in the 83s.
It is. It is. This would match his dead PR, but nice total PR. And he's trying to push Angelo.
He's done it before. Can he do it again? Locks it out, looks good to me. Judges agree, and that's a pivotal
It is.
10 kilos. Now Chris weighed in at 82.5, Angelo 82.25, so Angelo has body weight advantage and just has to match the total.
Yeah, so I would expect Angelo to change his final attempt to match that 10 kilo jump, I believe.
Right now he's got 363 and he's going beyond what he needs, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah,
Russell,
he just changed it.
340. This will give him a 860 total. We've never seen an 83 kilo lifter total 860. Russell looking to take us into new ground. If anyone could do it, it's Russ.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's work, but it's honest
back.
work. And Russ is back, ladies and gentlemen. And that's a warning shot to the rest of the 83s. The king has returned.
Our next lifter is Angelo Fortino.
Angelo Fortino up next, 357.5. This will move his total to 827.5, tying Chris Perez, but winning on body weight. And 357.5, historically speaking, is definitely within Angelo's means.
Yeah, I think similar to Chris, it's like right up against his PR. 357.
So we're right there, nuzzled up to his PR on the platform. In training, he's hit more.
If you want it, you gotta get behind me.
Really can't get closer than this.
This is as close as it
I
comes.
thought half kilo was close. Ooh!
I think he's right on. We'll see what they say.
He's got the strength. That is no.
It was the shoulders just weren't quite back. You'll see in the replay here. I hesitated. Just
Ever so slightly.
Ever
so slightly.
He was fighting to. It looked like they were back for a second. They slightly nudged forward, and they gave him an opportunity if he could bring him back. What a close battle by both of these gentlemen. Guarantee you this is not over. They're going to go back and forth in a rivalry to come. Arthur Hammer, 240. And we are directly into the 93s opening polls. 93s and 105s.
Bar is loaded for Arthur.
To an extent, Chris pulled to Megan Scanlon, forcing the big deadlifters to load up.
Can't count out the subtotal.
That's right.
Subtotal peeps.
Raise the bar to 595. Alex
Alarte 270 in the 105s.
Bar is loaded.
Oh,
Wow, that was snappy.
sure was.
Taking no chances with that opener.
Raise the bar to 617.
Alec, 280
Alec Bual.
in the 93 kilo class. And we will move back and forth between the 93s and the 105s. Of course, in the 93s, we got Brennan Petrie hunting down to beat the 893 that Jonathan Keiko posted up back at Sheffield. Guarantee you Jonathan Keiko is watching right now. Nicely done by Alec. I was at the Canadian Western Regionals, and it was a qualifying meet for the World's team for the Canadian teams. SPD flew me out, doing commentary. Talked to Kafui Hochiyame, who was watching in the same position that Jonathan Keiko is. Asked him, how was that watching, knowing you had the total to beat, and these other lifters were trying to beat your total to bump you off the team? He said it was terrible.
Yeah, I can't imagine that's a great feeling because there's nothing you can do about it.
That's what the issue is.
You are out of control. You are out of the driver's seat. And as athletes, we like to be in the driver's seat.
At least if you're in there, sometimes you can even put on blinders. Gavin Aiden, 295. Gavin will have a 840 total once he hits this. Well, that was easy. And I'm interested in seeing how far he could push his deadlift and where his total might end up. Although he won't be able to make Team USA for Worlds, he might make Team USA for another international competition like North Americans. Can he reach somewhere in terms of the 900 kilo mark? Richardson, 305. Or possible a PR total. Break into the 890s. All is not lost for Gavin.
Very quick opener.
Leaves the platform with confidence. Carlos. Santo Liquido, 310.
And ready, Carlos. 310 kilos.
The world champion in the Masters. Entering the Open to battle the young Lions. Nice smooth opener.
3 white lights. This winner is Ashton Ruska.
Ashton Ruska, 325 for his opener. This will put him at, sorry, got you flipping through screens for me. 898. And a reminder, the IPF world record total by Anatoly Novopismani, 940. That one I got, Meg. But Meg got my back. You were flipping around, going to supply me the information. I appreciate it. And this performance by Ashton is a bit of a warning shot for the other 105s. He's here. He's coming for titles. He's coming for his Sheffield invite. He's coming for World Games. He's coming for it all. Dwardley Edward aka Debo, 327.5. In the 105 kilo class. And that was smooth and easy.
Was very smooth.
Smooth opening attempt for Dwyer. Please raise the bar to 7:27 for Peyton Johnson.
Peyton Johnson now, 330 in the 93 kilo class. Let's see Marcellus and Brandon Petrie hovering over Peyton's right shoulder. Talk about pressure. Despite the fact he doesn't have a 93 chasing him, the pressure is still there. What an interesting setup. Jonathan Kaiko wasn't here, but he is here at the same time. His presence is felt.
He knows, Brandon knows exactly what he needs to do.
Yeah, it's rare you have that. At least he has the peace of mind of knowing what he needs to set the bar to.
That is a good lift right
330 is good for Peyton.
Our next lifter, Brandon Petrie.
Brandon Petrie now, 340 kilos. Brandon is an excellent deadlifter.
Big opener. Bar is loaded for Brandon.
Lot left.
Yeah, there's a lot left. So that, with his opener, puts his total at 867 and a half.
Same weight, 749 for
And again, it's that 893 total that he is attacking over these next two attempts.
His best deadlift so far was 372.5. Michael Davis, 340. Arthur Hammer, 250 as we begin the second round of pulls for the 93s and the 105s.
Bar is loaded.
Arthur enjoying the moment as some of the world's best lifters, some of all-time best lifters are in the midst.
Been around here a long time. They are closing the place down for us.
He'll be able to tell his coworkers on Monday about this one.
Food is at 8. Go online at the Powerlifting America website.
Nope.
Purchase your ticket.
10 kilos too much. He'll have another go at it, though.
That is a no lift for Arthur Hammer.
Alex Alarte, 285 for his second pull, 15 kilo jump.
His first was fast.
It was snappy. This 15 shouldn't be any major ask. I thought I heard him make a noise. I don't know if that's someone in the crowd or if that was him, but let's take a look at this replay.
Same thing.
Raise the bar to 650.
Oh, no, that was him, and I hope he's okay.
295 kilos.
Alec, 295 in the 93 kilo class. Also a 15 kilo jump.
650 pounds.
Nice, smooth, yeah, but in contrast, that's what you want your second lift to look like. 15 kilo jump, Gavin Eden, 322.5. This is a nice healthy jump, bringing his total to 867.5. And I wonder where Gavin's going to end up.
Gavin opened up at 650.
He's getting riled up by Ray, his handler. Gavin used to pull sumo, now he's conventional, and that was easy, smooth, and he has plenty more.
Since his switch, his deadlifts have been flying.
Yeah, I'm wondering what they put in for his third. I'm expecting a pretty big jump. He has nothing to lose.
Right, his PR is 345.
What do you think? I mean, he's in a favorable position where he's not gambling a team spot. He's a guest lifter. He's not battling anyone head-to-head.
350. That's what I know.
Would you have put 350 though? What do you think?
Honestly, yeah. I mean, the jump he just took was 27.5, and that moved really well. So I do think that he has that in him today.
It would put him at 895, a PR total, and best the 893. Obviously, he's out of weight class, but for some peace of mind for Gavin, he wants to know, could I do it? Carlos, 325.
That's a nice ball for Carlos.
I think it's the appropriate move because 350 is close enough for Gavin. It's not a lot more of its total. And 895 for the 93s, one Sheffield by Gustav
100%.
Hedlund. It's one of those marks that Gavin can leave today with some kind of a win, a moral victory where he's like, if I can make 93 again, I'm in the hunt.
Listen, Gavin came here for 893. He
That-
doesn't
that's
care
right.
how he does it.
That's right.
He's going to go for his 893 plus total.
Richardson, 325 in the 105s.
It looks like Brandon, for his second attempt, has put in 367.5, which would make his total 895.
And you know what? I'm all for this because I'll tell you why. Don't waste energy.
100%.
And he has two goes at it, and he knows exactly what he needs to hit. If Gavin and him are going toe-to-toe, and it changes everything. But now he has two attempts to make Team USA. Why not?
Yeah, I love it. I think that's perfect.
If you have a technical mishap with one, you have another go of it. Peyton Johnson, 345. They've done an excellent job, Marcellus, getting the most out of his lifters today, and I think they've really handled appropriately Petrie's ambitions to make Team USA.
That's a good lift for Peyton Johnson.
And if you want to compare Brennan and Gavin, and if we're looking at, they're going to end up with the same total,
Yeah.
and Brennan wins on body weight. So there we go. We kind of did get our head-to-head as well as a battle for Team USA. Let's use the narrative like that, Meg.
Yeah, why not, right?
777.
Works for me.
Debo, 352.5.
One thing is for sure, there is going to be many battles to come.
Yeah.
With a lot of these lifters today.
Pretty crazy if both Brennan and Gavin hit 895. They're both world class. Nice second attempt there.
That's a good lift. Raise the bar to 793 for Michael Davis.
Michael Davis, 360 kilos. It's a monster pull.
Yeah, it sure is.
And he's a monster puller.
Those are big pulls. I feel like similar to squat and bench, his second attempt is like coming up close to his PR, but his strength is high. Obviously, his training's going very well.
Yeah, he did great in the bench press. He did great in the squat as well, if we're honest. The strength levels are super high on the day. Unfortunately, lost his balance, but that was the only mishap he's had all day. And if he could keep this pacing, he should have a big total. Whoa. And you know what? So some story time on him. He's bounced back and forth between hook grip and mixed grip. Hook grip, sometimes it's gotten away from him, and you got to pay attention to his hands and his fingers. Now, Brendan Petrie, 367.5. This is it.
This is it.
If he hits this, he's on Team USA, bumps off Jonathan Keiko, the most decorated 93 the sport has ever seen. And that is a big person to bump off Team USA. Ashton, his teammate, coming out to rally behind him.
This is a huge, huge pull.
So much on the line, but they stacked the deck in their favor. Even if he misses, he'll have another go at it. He's a sumo puller, so if there's any kind of technical, a bobble or whatever, he has another go. And here it is.
Oh, wow.
And that should do it.
Wow.
Brendan Petrie takes an eye left to right in the room, and Brendan has arrived. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll see you in Lithuania, Brendan Petrie. It's going to be difficult to come down from that high. I don't know if he's coming back out for a third. The mission accomplished. Ashton Rauska, 368. Whoa, is Ashton fired up?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
Who wants to see Ashton knock
I think seeing his teammate do that. Look at Ashton.
You gotta help him out.
This will give him 9:41, which beats the world record. And he will see Anatoly in Lithuania as well. That world record is in danger, ladies and gentlemen. Ashton limps off the platform. Whatever injury he had coming in was re-aggravated. Probably won't see him come out for a third, but still, 9:41 would best the world record if this was an international competition. Both of those gentlemen, Brendan and Ashton, phenomenal showing in a preview for the IPF Worlds in Lithuania. A reminder, too, 895 was what Gustav Hedlund hit and won Sheffield with. Gustav had room to spare. So does Brendan. What a battle that's going to be. Alex, 285. As I try to calm my heart, this is the second round of deadlifts. I almost forgot this is the second round of bulls.
It's too much. It's too much.
Oh.
So Alex is trying to see if he can come back after that second. It looked like he had a little hamstring. I don't know if it was a cramp or something, but he looks to be okay. Oh.
Uh-oh. Nope.
Hey, let's give it up for Alex Olarte.
Came close. And that's why, you know, his team loaded up the 270 initially. Lock it in.
Right.
Get your total. And then you can make some jumps if you want to. Alec, 310. We are in the 93 kilo class. Oh, be still my heart. Talk about, I don't think I've had a second round of polls this exciting in quite some time.
Let me tell you, tonight did not disappoint in any way,
No.
shape, or form.
No, ma'am. Not unless your last name's Keiko. It's very difficult. It's almost... It's weird to even think of Jonathan not being at IPF Worlds. He's been at so many, but he's such a decorated lifter. And he will have other avenues this year. SPD's got other money meets, regional championships.
Good fight for Alex. That's a 10-kilo dead PR for him, and that's a total PR as well. It's a great way to end his day tonight.
Josiah Richardson, 330 kilos.
Please keep it coming. Bar is loaded for Josiah.
Currently in 6th place in the 105s. This will take him into 5th place. He'd love to finish his day in the top 5. In a pretty stacked 105 class, too, I might add. Brendan Petrie scratching his last pull. I think that's a good idea.
Yeah, right now, Ashton does have a third pull in there, but I would imagine.
I don't think Ashton's coming out, though. He was limped off that platform.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
And 391, the unofficial world record, makes a statement, and that's really all he needs to do. Solidify himself on Team USA, make his statement. Gavin Aiden has a statement left to make, but first, Carlos, 340, making a statement himself, the 105 Master World Champion, competing in the Open, and doing so competitively. In the Open, 4th place, just off a podium, despite being a master lifter, and this is a stacked 105 class. It's admirable. Looks like he's done it. Carlos celebrates 3 for 3. Only missed 1 bench. Excellent showing by him.
Yeah, I guess that was a new Masters record for him, so that's pretty cool.
350 for Gavin, and this, he missed weight, but a little bit of redemption if he could hit it. This would be that highly coveted 895 that would have got him on the world team spot, would have won him Sheffield. It still makes a powerful statement.
He's coming for it.
Wow, is he fired up?
He is amped right now.
He knows what 895 means.
Oh, wow.
Gavin!
Wow.
895 it is!
Move that.
Talk about powerful showings all around by these lifters.
The same weight, 771.
What a performance. A shame he didn't make the 93 kilo limit because his strength levels, and he didn't have a third squat, still made 895.
Right. Yeah.
Imagine he got a third squat in. Peyton Johnson, 350 kilos as we return to 93, and I try to return my heart rate to a more natural resting heart rate. It's been a stitch exciting, Meg. Nice final pull by Peyton.
What a great pull.
Another 5 kilos onto his total.
Peyton Johnson, 7 for 9. Ardent's weight, 799 for Dwarley Edouard. Just a buzz under 800.
Peyton finishing in second place in the 93s.
Bar is loaded. These are
Your silver medalist at the Powerlifting America Nationals. And Debo with 362.5. This is a monster pull. Will finish in bronze.
Oof.
Comes out of his hands at the top.
Just couldn't hold on to it. Let's hear it for Dwayne Water. Raise the bar to 810 pounds. We're going to call out Dangerous Davis one more time.
Michael Davis, 367.5.
Kilos for Michael Davis.
He's in second place in the 105s. This will keep him in second, but it'll increase his total.
Bars loaded.
Oh, can he do it? Can he do it? Can he do it?
Oh my goodness.
He is
talk
fighting.
about
Oh.
heart on that young man. Just unable to lock out at the very last inch. And there you have it. Ashton Rauska, is he coming out? 375.5. Is he honestly coming out? Because that is
No.
almost insane. He's there in the wings. Congratulating Michael Davis. All class by Ashton, by the way. And here he is. I thought he limped off the platform, but this man, I know it's an overused term, but it's appropriate, is built different. He's like, nah, just leave it where it is.
Good for
Okay,
him.
perfect. I think that's a good idea.
Me
Comes
too.
out, and I like it. So Ashton, your 105 champion. Michael Davis, silver medalist. Debo in bronze. In the 93s, obviously, we have Brandon Petrie taking the gold. In second place was, I believe I had said Peyton.
Yep.
And in third in the 93s, Alex Buab. And in the 83s, of course, we have Russell Orhe taking the gold, Chris Perez taking the silver, Angelo Fortino in the bronze, and the 69-kilo class, Gabby Martinez clinching the gold medal in the U.S. national team spot, Chelsea Savitt in silver, and Malater coming in the bronze medal. I hope you enjoyed the session. My goodness, did it live up to the hype. But a reminder, we have one more day tomorrow, the 76s, 84 and 84 pluses, as well as the 120s and 120 pluses. We will see you there from Reno, Nevada. Six-pack Lapidat and Meg Scanlon. Enjoy your evening.